Hey, this is Jamey from Stegmaier Games, and I'm going to join you for round 3 of Rolling Realms. I've been doing a couple this week, and I'm back here in the Rolling Realms Facebook group to do another one. So, today we're going to be playing through Tapestry, Between Two Cities, and the new Terra Mystica promo realm. And I'm going to follow this video by proofreading some other promo realms that we're working on, but I won't do that live. Those will remain a secret a little bit longer. So in the Tapestry realm, this is one where you're trying to use polyomino shapes based on numbers to fill in spaces on this chart. You must use the full shape. You can't extend outside of this grid or onto any of these squares that are already filled in. And when you complete one of these big squares, you get the resource behind it. When you complete a full row or column, you get a star. Trying to get stars in Rolling Realms, as you know, if you're in this group. Between two cities, you can write down a number pretty much anywhere, as long as it is not orthogonally adjacent to the exact same number. Also, when you complete a row or column, in this one, kind of the opposite of Tapestry, when you complete row or column here, you get resources. And then last, we have the new Terra Mystica realm. So this is one where you are crossing off, you're doing one of two things. You're either using numbers to cross off hexes that are either adjacent to these two starting, what do they call them, settlements, dwellings, next to either of the dwelling, or next to a hex or a bridge that you've already crossed off. It depends on the number here. Or you can use a 2 or a 6, which I'm hoping to get early in the game, to circle one of these buildings to kind of build that building. And then from then on, you get income at the beginning of each turn, either a heart or a pumpkin. Notable on Terra Mystica is that there are no coins. So I need to try to get coins from Tapestry in Between Two Cities if I'm going to try to do well in all 3 of these realms. So let's jump in. I'm going to point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And feel free to play along, ask questions, or talk about whatever you want. I'll be here for about 10 or 15 minutes just to hang out. All right. Turn 1. Let's get a 2 or a 6 right away. That's a 1 and a 4. That is not a 2 or a 6, but I bet we could do something cool with a 1 or a 4 because they are numbers. Could put the 1 over here in Terra Mystica. I'd much prefer to get the income though, so I might put it elsewhere in Between Two Cities. Let's work towards getting some coins over here in Between Two Cities. Let's put the 4. Let's put the 1 here, and we'll put the 4 over here in Tapestry so that we can get a coin. Let's put it up here in the upper right, so we get a coin right away. I could use that coin potentially to do something in Terra Mystica, but I don't think it's worth doing it yet. All right, let's hope to get that 2 or a 6 now. That's a 1 and a 5. Definitely not a 2 or a 6. But we're still okay. Let's throw that one. I kind of wish I'd put that first one somewhere else. But I'll put it up here in the corner up there. And the 5, kind of a tough shape to use in Tapestry. I made that shape intentionally a little difficult. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's put that 5 up here. So that will get us a pumpkin. All right, moving quickly so far. Get something going in Terra Mystica. We have a 3 and a 4. Whenever you have a 3 or a 4, you can use 2 coins to copy one of those dice. You just can't use the same realm twice on the same turn. Let's see if I can get something going in Tapestry. I could complete a coin there. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah, let's complete that coin with the 3. And with the 4, let's put it right here. Put that right there. So I get that coin. Now I have 2 coins. I could create a 1 or a 2 value die over in Terra Mystica, and I think I will do that. I'll create a 2 value die in Terra Mystica. I've been trying to get there so that I complete this dwelling. And I missed out on the income in turn 2, but we're about to enter turn 4. So just so I don't forget, we're gonna enter turn 4, and I will get a pumpkin for that. So we're at the beginning of turn 4 now, getting the income for Terra Mystica. Hoping to get not a 6, not even close, a 1 and a 2. So we might just not get that income from Terra Mystica. Although I love the idea of income, I'm glad the designer of that realm incorporated it in there. We have a 1 or a 2. Neither are great in Tapestry, although I will need 1s eventually if I want to complete that row, so I might do that now. 2, here's that 2 that I wanted from Terra Mystica. Let's throw the 2 down here and get 2 coins. And we'll put the 1 not really making a lot of progress here in Tapestry doing that, but we'll inch closer to that. And we haven't done anything in Terra Mystica yet, so let's use a 1 value coin to cross off that 1 right there. All right, turn 5. There's the 6. 5 and a 6. A little bit too late, but we'll get a little bit of income out of it. I think it's probably still worth doing it. Yeah. Okay, let's get that. So I'm going to miss out on turn 3, 5, but I'll get income of a heart at the beginning of turn 7 and 9. And that 5, what can we do with that 5? Again, 5 is a little difficult to use in Tapestry, but we could potentially turn it into a 6, which is a little less difficult, well, surprisingly less difficult, or covers more space, which can make it pretty solid. In fact, I could cover quite a bit of space with a 6 there. Or I could just use it over in between 2 cities and complete another row. Let's go big. Let's go big. Let's put that 5. Let's make it a 6. I might regret this later. Put it there, 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 and there. We get a heart out of it. And I'm going to create a 1 value die to throw down here to get another pumpkin and another coin. All right, turn 6. If you just tuned in, I am just playing a quick round of Rolling Realms. Feel free to join me and play along or chat about anything that you would like in the comments here. I have a 1 and a 2. Could use that 1 to finish off that row in Tapestry. That's going to be tough to finish off. 1s will be a little tough to use in between 2 cities, but there are a few places. Oh, and I get income at the beginning of this turn. This is turn 6, so I get a pumpkin. That could be helpful. And I really need to work on connecting the 2 dwellings in Terra Mystica. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to do that. So I think I need to start working on that this turn. So let's cross off this 2 value bridge right there. And the 1, let's put the 1 over here in Tapestry to finish off that heart. And I might create a 1 value die. There are only a few places where I can put it, but I'll put it to create a 1 value die in between 2 cities. I forgot to mention between 2 cities, there's some scoring that I'll go into at the end. I'll just mention that at the end, so I didn't talk about it earlier. But you're basically looking at the lower score of the other 2 realms that you're working on. I don't think it matters all that much where I put it. I think I'll go, oh, not crossing it off. I'm putting a 1 there. I created that 1 value die. All right, turn 7. A 5 and a 6. I feel like we've had a lot of recurring matchups. We had 1 and 2 roll twice. We had 5 and 6 roll twice. Maybe it's just those 2. Feels like a lot so far. At the beginning of turn 7 here, did I say 6? 7, we're going to get a heart. That's helpful. With 3 hearts, you can copy either die. And what can I do with these? So you have to use the full shape in Tapestry. So unless I change it to a 4, I cannot, I can't fill the full shape of a 5 or a 6 in that space in Tapestry. So I do need a 5 over here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's put the 5 right here in Terra Mystica. We'll put the 6 over in between 2 cities. We'll put it right there, so it completes that column. I get 2 pumpkins. I wish I could have gotten a coin there. Yeah, but I can. No, I can't really copy them. Well, let's do this. We're just going to go strong this game. Let's copy the 5, turn it into a 4, and use it in Tapestry. Because we can still use the 4 shape here. What's the best place to do it? Either way, I'm dividing up some rows and columns. Let's finish off this column and get a coin. To get a coin from that. All right, turn 8. At the beginning of turn 8, I get a pumpkin income. Loving the income in Terra Mystica. 6 and a 2. A lot of late 6s. Kind of wanted 6s earlier in the game, but they came out a little late. But that's okay. We can use them in between 2 cities. They don't do much in Terra Mystica, but that 2 is helpful over here. So let's put the 2 right here. Let's take that, that 6 and throw it down over here to get a heart and a coin. And now I have 2 coins to use. let's use, what can we do here? I want to finish off this column if I can. I think filling in that final space is going to be difficult. So let's use a coin to fill in this little space right here. And we know next turn I can create one more one value die to finish off that column and get a heart from it. All right, final turn, turn number 9. I get a free heart. Let's do something cool here. Let's see what we can do. A 6 and a 5. Ooh, that is rough. I really should have been rooting for a 3 here. 3 is what I need to connect those dwellings. That's going to be a little difficult to pull off. But, yeah, very difficult to pull off, in fact. I can put the 5 right here. That gives me a bunch of stuff. So I get a pumpkin. I get 3 hearts. 1, 2, 3. The 6 I can't use over here. I actually can't use the 6 over here in Terra Mystica either. So I'm going to get a free resource from that 6. That actually could be slightly beneficial because I can use... Yeah, this actually might work out. I get a free... So this is one case where I'm getting a free resource from a die that I cannot legally play in Tapestry or Terra Mystica. So I'm going to get a coin. With one of those coins, I'm going to create a 1 value die and put it right here. With the other coin, I'm going to use that coin. And really, I could do this without the extra coin. I could do it with the hearts instead, but I'm going to do it with the coin. I'm going to turn that coin into a 3 value die to connect those 2 dwellings. And the reason for that is I get a star if I outlined both buildings. That's 1 star. I get... I always forget this is like the weaker of the 2 benefits here. I really should go after the deserts. Yeah, but I got a star for connecting both dwellings. I guess the key in Terra Mystica is really to go after those deserts, and I ignored that and just connected the 2 buildings. That was poor strategy, especially when I had a 5 sitting right there. Probably could have worked around that. I got a bunch of 5s late in the game. 5 and a 6. Okay, so that means between 2... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is... I'll have to play better at Terra Mystica next time. So I'm only getting 2 stars from between 2 cities because this is the lower scoring of my 2 cities. I'm going to get 4 from Tapestry. So I get a total of 8.5. A pretty weak round. I think I keep forgetting this about Terra Mystica, that I really should focus on those deserts and cover up all those deserts. But lesson learned, I'll be back next time to do a little better in that area. For now, I finished the game, the realm. You can see what I ended up with there. Pretty weak final round there. But I had fun playing it. Thank you for coming to hang out and watch along. And if you get to play this combination of realms in the future against me, post your final score in the comments below, either here or over on YouTube, where I'll go post this video now. All right, have a great weekend. Take care.